Last time out, we uploaded all of our assets that we have so far. We've adjusted the color palette and inserted the font. And we can see it's already starting to look really nice. We've got the logo in place as well. But if we look through it, none of this makes any sense. They're all hero sections of a certain class. And we need to start looking at making this look like a standalone website. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's go to this plus icon next to the main navigation, and we're going to add a blank page. We're going to call this home. And we now need to set this as our home page on our site. So I'm going to scroll down here and set as home page. Confirm that. That removes our support page, which is what you see initially when you log in. So of course you can delete this support page if needed. It's no longer needed in the site. Or what I'd recommend is leave it in there until you get up and running. What we can do now is we can see all these footer designs. So we're going to find one that's suitable for our site. And because MRC, this project, is at a physical location, we're going to find an example with a map. So I think we're going to go with this one. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to move it to the bottom. And then what I need to do now is just remove all the other layouts that I don't want. In fact, these two combined could be quite nice. I'm not going to worry too much about styling it at this stage or updating the content to fit exactly what I need. Also don't need that in place. We're just going to get the rough structure for this footer in place first. And then remove all of the sections that we don't need. At the moment, there's no way to add footer sections as favorites, which is what we will be doing in the next section for the main areas of the homepage. We only need to do this once. Once we design a footer once to match our site, it will appear on every page. So I'm going to go for the darkest colors for our footer. Two-section footer for now. I want to make this more compact here. I'm going to edit this section. I'm going to remove the full screen option just to make it more compact. I'm certainly not signing that off as a footer structure. There's more work to be done there, but it's a start and it will just go on the bottom of each page. Now we can save that, jump back out of it. And now we're ready to go in and start choosing sections to go into our homepage. So let's have a look at Hero Rounded and see what we've got there. It's the thing that I'm happy with. This one needs a bit of custom code. Basically, we need to update the block each time we replicate the site because the blocks all change their dynamic. So look, some hero grids. It's difficult at the moment because I'm going to be briefed on this project a little bit later. So I just need to pick one now, just to pick a lane. And then from that point, then we can work on it afterwards. Let's go for this one here. So I'm going to click on Edit. And we can see image blocks here. So they'll all be replaced, obviously, with our final images that we add. Don't need to save it because I just need to click on that heart icon to add it to favorites. And I'm going to do it again here just to go through repetition. And I'm going to go for a more simplistic hero section design as well. I think I'll go with this one with the double call to action. So I just click on the heart icon. And next up, we could find some signposts. As I said, we'll be going through this later with Ken, who's leading this project. Ken's our lead creative at Pixelhaze. And he will be able to give me a lot more insight in terms of what's needed for this project. So I think we'll go with this one, simple call to action signpost. We might be going for rounded corners. And let's add in content short, just like a short introductory section. And we're going to keep it really simple. Actually, we'll go with that. And let's go for a grid gallery. And we'll go with 4 images. Have that as favorite. So these are all gray blocks. The reason we keep these white labeled and simple is just because it really comes to life when you start putting real content in there. You don't ever get tired of gray blocks in the same way as you do with the same stock images that you reuse over and over again. And if those stock images don't really tell the right story, it's best sometimes not to tell any story, which just draws your focus to structure alone. So that tends to be why we go down that route. And let's have a look at some of the single testimonial options. I think we'll go for this one here, which allows us to put a photo in if we want to. So we could have a cutout photo that we could create really easily in Canvas. We could remove the background and then have a photo overlap in the backdrop, and then a thumbnail image then if we wanted to in that card area. So yeah, that's pretty much the design structure that we're going to go with. We can tweak any of these layouts at any point. These are just a starting point so we can build the website really quickly, then adapt it to our bespoke needs. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can go with the standard structure. So I think I'm going to go with this one instead of this one here. And let's change the background and see what we've got in the library that could do the job nicely for that. I think we're going to struggle to find a photo that will work as a backdrop. So you can see that just looks too busy. So we're going to remove that. We're going to go with lighter colors for it. And I think we might even try some cutout photos. There were cutout photos in the library. What I can do now is align this image to the bottom so it'll fit perfectly on the bottom of that section. And I'm not going to worry too much about anything else in here because this chapter is all about getting the structure in. So we can get that cutting in below. The content doesn't make any sense. Don't panic about that. We can put a grid of 4 images going across here to split up the page, act as a natural divider. Then we can have probably won't be services, it'll be audience breakdown in terms of maybe the fitness, we move, we play, and showing down the differences between those sections and adding community. Again, this might be completely carved up and changed later. And then for the footer, then we're going to wrap it up with a testimonial. And let's just replace this image. So this is an image shape. And I think we'll go with that, which works quite well. So we've kind of still got a wireframe structure, but we've added a couple of images to see it come together. We've got a clash of styles here. We've got rounded corners in some sections. We've got straight edges in others, but that'll be part and parcel of refining and in developing this as we go forward. This is probably where I will end with this particular project here as part of this mini course. But if you're intrigued in finding out how this ends up, then head over to the Pixelhaze YouTube channel because we are going to be recording via live streams the rest of the process of building this website, or at least all key aspects of it. If you are intrigued in finding out how this ends, head over and take a look. But we're going to leave it there. Next up, we're going to start exploring in more detail, showing how we can use variant and section designs. And I've already got examples of other websites that we're going to be using for that part, so you're not just tied to one individual project, and hopefully it will showcase the flexibility of Squareforge. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next chapter.